Hello, everybody. We are back with some Resident Evil Remake. Uh, yeah, hope everybody is well. I had to work a convention this past weekend, so that's where I've been. Hope you guys enjoyed the video we put out while I was out for a couple days doing that. A lot of people have opinions about the whole Resident Evil 9 demo, so while some people might have agreed with us or disagreed, it's all good. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, But yeah, here we are, Thanksgiving week. This is it's getting cold, guys, and there's only five more. How many? Let me check. We only have one. If you don't count today, because today's already Monday, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more Mondays until Christmas, guys. That's it. It's over. You thought you had more time, but you don't. It's time for the pressure of holiday season. Now, holiday season, like I said, it's coming around the corner. We have a little bit of of stuff to look forward to towards the end of the year to see if we get any Resident Evil 9 stuff. But for the most part, it's going to be a lot of, waiting around for whatever the fuck Resident Evil 9 does for their marketing. So yeah, it's been a crazy marketing cycle. But we gotta say what's up to the chat. Who's here right now? Got Dave in the house. What's up, brother? King Shadow. What's up, man? We got F Boylan. We got Cougar Man's in here. We got Jahaldo's in here. We got ACR in here. We got Oscar in here. What's up, guys? Dave says, ironically, I'm doing a computer training on biohazard labeling and engineering. Nice, man. Hopefully the training goes well for you, man. Happy to see that that's progressing. Have you seen the Berserker Plus mode or mod? Sorry. Yes, I know of those crazy ass mods for RE4 Remake. No worries. Make sense to release for the demo early 2026. Well, according to the producer, there won't be any demo, which is what our video was about. Now, whether or not that's gonna stay the same or that's just something that's going to change, I'm not sure. What's up, Bryant? How the RE1 remake will be, we'll see. It's always possible for that announcement to happen. Mads, what's going on? Tragically, it doesn't feel like it. The holidays, I know. And that's what I always say on all of my streams and stuff like that. Like, while I'm very grateful for, my family, all my friends, obviously Callie, and everybody that's in my life, there's a lot of people where this time of year they don't have a lot, and they don't have a lot of people. You know what I mean? So every day is a blessing. Every day is a it's a miracle. So, that's why we're always here for each other in the community. That's why we play some games, have a good time, because life is way too short. And sometimes, unfortunately, as cheerful as the holidays can be, it also is a very depressing time of year for a lot of people. It's very, it's a tough time. I don't want to just say depressing because that sounds like too down and out, but it's tough. So we got to remember that we got each other, and we got some good games to play, and yeah, that's why a lot of people like these streams. They like the videos, the podcasts, whatever the content on the channel, because it provides as somewhat of an escape, from the day-to-day bullshit. And, yeah, so didn't mean to get, too deep there, but I just want to say, because like I said, I know it's very challenging for a lot of people this time of year. So you got to remember that you have always something to be thankful for. And it's not just about, corporate mumbo-jumbo holidays and greedy corporations taking money, from you. There's more to that. There's beyond the consumerism of it all. So you got to find the positives in the little things. Tyler Breed said he's extremely mad at Capcom for giving the demo to RE9 and even pointed out that the older games demos that we got back in the day really hyped the release. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of our point in the video, was like, it's just not the same when you don't have that. But at the same time, the people that don't want to play the demos, don't want to watch the trailers, they're not going to play it anyway. So I think the option should be there for fans, not even just me and John and Dustin, but other people that just want to try out the demo. Now, it's just like me. Like, when movies come out, if I choose not to watch a trailer because I know they spoil a bunch of shit in the trailer, I'm making a choice to not do that, right? People are going to do the same thing for Resident Evil 9. It's not like someone's coming into your house and like, you have to watch the trailer. You have to play the demo. It's like, you can do whatever you want. I don't force people to watch our videos discussing RE9 if they think that we get to a certain point where maybe they don't want to hear any more about it or discussion about it. I think most people tune in because they just want to hear our theories and discussions and stuff like that, because that's not really spoiler. That's kind of more like, well, what if they did this or what if they did that, right? And that's what we bring to the channel. But I can't force people to, if you don't want to watch a trailer, you don't want to watch a trailer, or you don't want to play the demo, you don't got to play the demo. And same thing with back in the day, because even before Resident Evil 7, we got a demo for Resident Evil 1. We got a demo for Resident Evil 2. We got a demo for Resident Evil 3. Maybe not Resident Evil 1 back in the day, but Resident Evil 2 had a demo. RE3 or Nemesis had a demo. I don't think Survivor had one. Code Veronica didn't have one. But, we got some demos for Resident Evil 4, the original. Resident Evil 5 had a demo. So it has a history of demos, right? RE1 had sampler discs, yes, the original, but they weren't as widely distributed, But they'll probably just call it Resident Evil 1, Brian, is my guess. Like, add the 1 at the end. Dave says, I'm going to sew an umbrella logo on my lab coat. I would play an yeah. The just have the umbrella logo representing in the new company. That'd be so funny. They'd be like, what are you doing here? Working on BOWs? I would play an RE9 demo. I want to try it, says Dave. Yeah, I mean, look, there's some people that want to dive in, and maybe if it's the same of what we've already seen, or like Resident Evil 8, where they made the Maiden demo, which was not an exclusive. Well, I guess it was exclusive to PlayStation at the time, but it was basically a demo that was just made as like a separate little storyline for a demo, and it kind of gave you an idea of like how it's going to play out, even though it wasn't like action and all that shit. Yeah, PS Magazine used to have demo discs and stuff like that. I'm a big demo collector from back in the day. I had a Sly Cooper demo disc and Siphon Filter. Yeah, I mean, demos were huge. I don't think trying before you buy is a bad thing. Again, it's just giving people the option, right? And back then, that was such a big thing. Mads wants a Leon collector's edition statue. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if it happens and if they announce it at a later date. Even if you take all that out of the equation, I still think the pre-order process has been janky. I think the marketing has been a little janky at this point. Now, a few podcast episodes ago, we were saying, hey, look, the marketing, we think it looks pretty good. The trailers look good, right? But then I saw the other trailer, and then I saw the other pre-order, and that, the process. And, they kind of disappointed me with some of those rollouts, especially the pre-order process. And it's not just because we didn't get not a demo. Well, that too. But it's not because we didn't get a statue. It's just, the way that they did it. And it was just not all in one place. It wasn't all in one video. Yeah, you had the Lady D presentation, but it wasn't really I don't know. There was just something about it that didn't work for me. I don't think me and John were leaning into the fact that this is going to fail or that it's a negative release for Resident Evil in our video. It might seem that way. Some people might watch it and take it the wrong way. I hope not, because I think we even said in there that we're not going to just be down and out on the game itself, because we're going to wait until we play it. When we play it for the first time, it's going to be on the 24-hour stream. You know, Resident Evil 4 Remake was a little bit different because when that came out, I did a first playthrough by myself on the early copy that we got from Walmart. Walmart was the reason why we got it early. Capcom didn't give it to us early. So obviously when I got it early, 4 days early, I played it offline, off camera, and did my Let's Play video, and then uploaded part 1 the day it came out. The same day, me and John went live with our hardcore playthrough. So it was like our first time hardcore. That's probably not going to happen this time, and we're not a big enough channel to get an early copy. So what's basically going to happen is the first day or the Thursday is going to be, you know, a 24-hour stream from Thursday into Friday. Or like Thursday night into Friday night, basically. Or whatever, you get what I'm saying. Basically, as soon as we can play that game, we're playing it. So if it's a Friday at 12:01, we launch it and we're playing it, right? The way that, you know, we try to show the game and try to give our genuine reaction, like we are taking, you know, some notes in our head, like mental notes, but then we obviously play it again and we try to give you guys, like, you know, another perspective once we play it a few times. So do they know who Grace's father is, or just theory? Just theories right now, Dave. They've never really established that. And even Alyssa, her mom, while she was in Outbreak, you know what I mean? Like, she has lore to her, but we don't really know, like, who she was with, or, you know, we're just kind of guessing that if she was pregnant with Grace during this Raccoon City event, you know, A, who was the father, and B, does that pregnancy mixed with the vaccine, the daylight vaccine for the T-virus, is that going to be something that is, you know, the reason why she has it? You know, just little things. And I think they don't expect people to play Outbreak and know it. So I think they're going to probably kind of play it up in a way where you can play the game and know exactly what's going on without having to play Outbreak, you know, without having that. So, you know, that's kind of where I see them going with that. Let me see if I can get this game pulled up here. But yes, thank you guys for being here. We got 31 people in here, but only 12 likes. Let's fix that. We're playing some Resident Evil Remake today. We are playing it on Steam. This is PC. We have a mod running for Jill today. Again, I can't really... There's only so much I can do with the mods right now. I have to beat it on a second playthrough with Jill. So we're gonna figure this out here. So if we load on the file, then we can do once again. We could do real survival mode. Fuck it, let's do real survival, right?
Resident Evil.
Okay, so the costume that I have, and I don't know if it will work. I really don't know if it's going to work because I don't see it as Jill right now. But a lot of the Jill costumes on the mod, or Nexus mods, whatever you want to fucking call it, a lot of them are on her RE3 miniskirt Jill, which I don't have yet, but I will after this playthrough. So I try to find good mods for Jill, you know, ones that were, you know, dare I say, you know, not X-rated, because the mods are crazy. Let's just say that. People online are crazy. They want to see crazy shit. But even for Remake, there's not as many of them as there are for 4 or 2 Remake. But yeah, basically, this is Rachel from Revelations. And if you don't know, Rachel is Big Titty McGee. So what you're about to see is not safe for work. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, lots of cleavage, and that wasn't my intention. I just wanted to play a mod that I could actually play. But it says it works for BSAA Jill. Now, if this doesn't work, then I will just pretend like I never said anything. But yeah, you'd be surprised the kind of mods. I'm sure you can imagine, being in the RE community for as long as you guys have, and I have, the kind of mods that you'll see on some of these mod programs. But without further ado, Real Survival mode. What's Real Survival? Well, it is a harder mode that makes you bring every item to each item box.
Alpha team is flying around the forest.
So that means no item boxes
There
are
only
connected.
3 stars,
There we go.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Whisker, where's Chris?
Jill, no! You don't want to go back out there.
Jill, no. Oh, shit. I do have a door skip mod on, but it's probably something I forgot to activate again. Let's see. Well, you can only launch the trainer when the thing's on. There we go. It should still work. I shouldn't have to, like, reset the game or anything like that. Hockey fan, what's going on, man? It's good to see you guys in here. Hopefully we do get legacy characters in RE9. Rip Rachel, she didn't even want to be on that ship. Rev 1 is my favorite Resident Evil, man. Yeah, a lot of people like Rev 1. What are my plans for Thanksgiving? As little as possible. No, yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll just be, you know, hanging out here with the family and, watch some football. That's basically the plan. I think you better take a look at this. And saw the models for BSA and went, yeah! Yeah, it's basically it. I was like, wow, I don't have to...
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it!
But, yeah, because even the ones that, they said they would work on, like, the normal one, they just didn't work. And again, I don't know if that's just because I have a different version of this game, or the current version. So, I still think there's going to be some Jill, RE3 miniskirt mods that won't work. Which sucks. But, yeah, I'll have to test that out. Because the only real way to test it is to, you know, unlock it and then test it out, so...
Thanks.
It's blood. All zombies become stuffed turkeys mod would be fire. That would be. I gotta bust out the RE1 holiday mod. So yeah, the real survival mode, it's basically hard mode. But the item box do not connect, so you have to take things with you. So this is gonna be an interesting playthrough. I definitely want to try to speedrun this game, eventually. I would like to, or try to. You know, I'm not a good speedrunner, but it would be cool to actually like attempt just some kind of. How do the speedrunners do it? That's how they do it. They go. If you go down the steps, is like if you use the analog stick, you get down the steps faster. Because I don't use the analog stick, which has the you could just walk with it with the stick. Because I use the original controls, but if you do that, you like move faster. I would say demos for games before. What's up? What did you just say? Oh, Jesus. I don't know if they want to do that lifer. Could Veronica be a Christmas game? I don't know if it'd be a Christmas game, but a December game? Yeah, I think so. It's not a Christmas game, though. Alright. This is so funny that, like, you just can't see her eyes at all. I have a door skip mod, so that's why I'm able to go through the doors quicker. Figure we're playing this on PC, finally. We might as well just fuck around a little bit. Now, in the other Resident Evils on PC, you can legitimately just skip the doors. No mod needed. But in this game, you can't. Same thing with, I think, RE0 does the same thing, but I think there's a mod for that, too. There's several mods of RE0 on PC that will actually make this a lot more interesting for when I play Zero. Pretty sure Capcom wants RE1 to remake RE1, but they don't want to mess it up, so they're going to do RE0 as testing. It's possible. But, we'll see. Disabled. With that in this mode. Oh yeah, Real Survival doesn't have auto aim, by the way, so it's like old school RE1. We gotta burn the bodies in this mode, or at least as much as we can. Patrick, why? What's going on? I don't have to save yet. That's not really what I meant to do. I meant to fill this up. Then we gotta get the lighter upstairs. And the doggy whistle. we go. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the demos and stuff like that that are already out there, or I'm sorry, the one demo that has been used for RE9, everybody's already seen, because the full demo playthrough is up on YouTube. So I don't think it would be too much of a more spoiler territory if they, you know, did that. But it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I said, people are going to choose to play it. If they don't want to play it, they're not going to play it, you know? Forgot he's in that corner. He sometimes comes down the hallway, but he's not doing that right now. And I'm going to that. Do you like Jill using the lockpick? Thank you for the key. The decoy of a key. He was going to do that. I could even if you try to burn this guy, he just wakes up anyway. You essentially would have had to burn him like, I don't even know. I think Rec Room will be the first RE mainline since, will be the best RE mainline game since 4. Interesting. Yeah, I mean it's depending on where you fall in your RE, you know, lore and opinions, you know, this could be for you. I wanted to, you know, blow us away. Sparkshot says, I've caught a stream in ages. My life and timings at the moment rarely line up. Hope you're well. Can't stay long. Well, thank you for coming, Sparkshot, even if you can't stay long. Where Chris is the lab. What's that? Where Chris is he at the lab, Wesker the real villain. I wish I could actually put that together. Annoying. What's up, RWK? What's up, Jacob? Yeah, I mean, hey, man, it's all good. I'm not telling people how they should feel about, you know, wanting a demo or not. Obviously, we're patient people, considering we've, you know, watched other people get their hands on stuff before us before, and it's never given us a real tough. We just wanted to have a discussion about it, and that's it. Favorite character in Outbreak? I do like Alyssa a lot. I like Jim. I like Kevin. I like Yoko as well. I think he means Chris is locked in the lab because Wesker forced him there. I reckon it happened in the tunnel somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, he would have had to basically get him knocked out or some shit. Oh, come on. I meant to go to the right. That's annoying. Remember, these boxes aren't connected, so I gotta remember to take what I need for certain boxes. I've gotten killed by Nemi and the Rocket in the original. Grace of Quick zombies in the nuts like Capcom has us. Being kicked in the nuts, basically, is what you're saying? I hope so. Hope something happens. I hope we don't get kicked in the nuts, but I hope Grace can kick zombies in the nuts. That'd be funny. So what you could do here is just kind of split up the ink ribbons, like put 3 in one box, 3 in the other box. That kind of. Because eventually, when we leave the mansion, we'll bring, like, our key items, but you could still kind of leave these 2 item box, like, these are the 2 core item boxes, and then you have Lisa Trevor's item box in her cabin. Sorry for the yawn. Ugh. In her cabin. But we don't have to put anything in there. And then you have the all the stuff in the guardhouse. That is one item box. And then you have the lab one, which is basically one, because you don't have to use one by the ladder. So, like, there's not a million item boxes you have to skip through, but keeping them somewhat, like, you know, spread out with items is kind of the key here. Plus, this is kind of like hard mode, so enemies do a lot more damage. It's tough. Yeah, I think for whatever reason, Capcom, like the movie, had Nemi with a Gatling gun, and yeah, I mean, Operation Raccoon City and Umbrella Chronicles are the ones that used it, which I'm not the biggest fan of that, but He's pissed. It's alright. All that for a teaser. When Enrico was shot, I reckon that was Wesker. That's what I always thought. Yeah. I always thought that was Wesker. There we go. Usually that's a headshot. Sometimes it isn't. Go. Try to discard the keys as fast as possible when you're playing this mode. Okay, so we got to go back to our... We're gonna go back this way. My daughter. I gotta find her. So you do a couple things on this side of the mansion. We also, you know what we forgot about? Richard. We just went on a fucking side quest and we completely forgot about Richard. That is terrible. Richard, I'm so sorry. You're definitely dead. I will not be getting your assault shotgun. Are you still here? I guess he's not dead yet. I'm such a dick. Jill, you're such a dick. You know that? I guess the producers and the directors just don't want public demo. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Dog Leon either. Or Dog Leon. Dog Nemesis. Dog Leon. Dog Nemesis either. Oh my god, my brain is so shot today. So what happens when you come off work in a 3-day convention. Your like social battery is like fucking... Blah. This is Rachel from Revelations 1. And this is the one costume we could use right now on Jill until we all... Great. I love wasting my stun weapons. Oh my god, all the cats are jumping up here. You know, guys, it's great if you take up 25% of the screen. It's too late. Tragic fate, such a close friend. Yeah, we killed him. Single-handedly, we killed him. Which kind of sucks because we don't have the assault shotgun now. So that does kind of suck. But I think we can make do. Unless we die to Forest right here. Which could happen. I didn't hear you, bucko. He doesn't have the lighter either. Yeah, it's open. Yeah, some of the enemies in the Banner Snatchers and Code Veronica could be a pain in the ass. That's for damn sure. The cat's like, I want to get behind you. So your back can hurt. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be painting, but I'll have this on. What's up, Brandon? Good, man. Definitely get done your room. It's looking good so far. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to bring the lighter. I'll also put this up here. I watched your We Don't Do It video for 20 times or so. Really liked it. Oh, nice, RWK. Well, I'm happy you guys enjoyed it as much as you did. I mean, I know it's not the, you know, it's probably not what a lot of people want to hear, but, you know, I'm not afraid, again, to kind of give our honest thoughts about how we feel about, you know, marketing and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm not going to do this just yet. Straight through the bed. Yeah, and you know, the thing is, we kind of had like a day to prepare because I think I was live streaming when Lucius was the one that brought up that they're not going to do it, and I kind of gave like my thoughts on the video, or not on the video, but kind of on the interview raw. But then I had more time to think about it, and then when we got together to do the video, I was obviously more prepared in that way. So we'll put that back for now, because we only need 2 slots for the hook puzzle. But yeah, sometimes you gotta just be honest and fire from the hip, and we didn't even say anything too crazy in the video. I mean, I feel like I've seen, you know, YouTubers... Oh, look, he's already back. I've seen more YouTubers say a lot worse with less, like, news, I guess. Well, I think for some reason, and you know, again, I've talked about this with John a bunch of times, is when it comes to other games, they're not as protective of, or, you know, like they're not as hesitant to give out copies, stuff like that. As soon as it's Resident Evil, they're, you know, and again, people have broken embargo and shit like that before. So there's, I guess there's reasons why, you know, people could be upset, but yeah, the ARIA showcase next year is hopefully something. What's up, Toxic? Long time no see. In the chat, anyway. Alright, still have the lighter. No forest zombie yet. We gotta unlock the forest zombie. I don't think he's unlocked yet. Oh. Fucking hell. Damn it, he's pissed. But yeah, I am going to be doing a video for Anthony Underground this week, actually. And it's going to be going through my entire 360 collection. So that'll be a fun video. Because it's the 20th anniversary of the 360. It just passed this past weekend, but it's not too late to do that. This is on Real Survival, so this is kind of like hard mode, in a way. As you can see, it already took me down a fucking orange caution. But, yeah. Yeah, no combat has been has had a lot of people a little uneasy. because I have a feeling that Jeff Keighley connection and a huge audience at the Game Awards will drop something big news there. Maybe, yeah. I mean, with an RE showcase early next year, I'm not denying that Jeff Keighley might get an exclusive at the Game Awards. But what else will Capcom show at that showcase? You know, and that's why some people might think I'm crazy when I say, oh, it could be another Resident Evil Remake announcement. Well, why not? I mean, they just got done RE9 at that point. I would hope that you're done the game. You know, like, or somewhat done already. Look at that. Look how strong they are. It's crazy, right? Not as bad as RE2 Remake zombies, but... yeah, no. All my health is in here. My death masks are in here, but that's fine because this is, again, closer to Father Ted's crypt, so we'll keep all these death masks in here. Then we have to go to... we don't need a lighter right now, so we gotta do Moonlight Sonata, and then Chemical. I've done Real Survivor with Chris, not Jill. Yeah, we'll do it with both. I'm sure. To get these achievements, I think we have to. But Chris is good because he's tankier for Real Survival. You just have less inventories, or I'm sorry, item box slots, so your inventory runs are faster. But, you know what they say. I don't know what they say. Okay, yeah, we're going to go cross... yeah, you should play this remake and get the platinum. It's worth it. I can play this game all the time and just never get bored. Something about it that I love. And the reason why it's still my favorite Resident Evil remake, for many reasons. I thought you'd be on the other side. That's no danger. cleared out down here. Take care of Spark Shot. Thanks for coming in, man. I know it was a short time, but thanks for coming in. Got to grab the other emblem. Cat's like, you get no seat. RE5 an Alienware laptop. Should look great. RE5 is a great looking game. Still to this day it is. Even RE6 is a great looking game to this day. Say what you want about the content within the game, but Capcom wasn't fucking around back then. They always had really good engines for the games that they, you know, cared about. The bear actually saves you in this one.
Barry? Barry?
I love this remake track. That's so cool. I love that track, man. I usually don't get Barry to carry us there that much. I really have only seen that so many times. Like, you know what I mean? Man, this game, it's just so good. It's so good, chat room. Never gets old. It's so good for a remake. Trying to think where we can go here. Okay. I want to release a demo so my piss fans off. Good. What's up, Lucius? Can't believe people are asking for a remake for an already perfect remake. It's true. But I wouldn't mind seeing one. I don't think it would, like, ruin it for you know, I just think that, like, it's kind of inevitable. I feel like that's the one that they can go back to and give it that perspective change and everything like that. So, but will ever top this one? Probably not. Congrats on the most recent vid. Enjoyed it. Thanks, man. Seems like most people enjoyed it. Even if they didn't agree with it, hopefully they still enjoyed it. Is there anything that can be done for RE5 Remake to surpass RE1? I don't think RE5 will ever come close to surpassing RE1 just because it's just such a important staple in the franchise, you know, like the first one. It's the first one, right? So I don't think it could ever really happen, to be honest with you. I mean, RE5 can do great things, RE5 Remake, but surpassing RE1 is just so, it's like basically impossible, in my opinion. But okay, let's see. What we do is fight Father Ted. I should also bring some just healing because he's also a pain. I mean, he's easy, but he's also gonna be a pain. So you just gotta come a little bit prepared. No doorknob thing in this real survival mode. I always thought that's interesting, right? There's just, but yeah, like there is stuff that RE5 Remake can do better than the original RE5, if that makes sense, you know, like just if you make co-op optional, make sure the AI is a lot better, you know, if you're not playing co-op, if, you know, there is even co-op, you know, just like little things like that. They can tone down the action like slightly. I don't know how you would do that. Maybe you know, don't have so many enemies that shoot the shit out of you. Maybe have some darker night elements in the game, not all in daytime. You know, like there is some subs, you know, some stuff in RE5 that's like at night, but yeah, just like switch up the environments, you know, a little bit. Streamline some stuff, kind of like they did for RE4 Remake in the Island, you know, stuff like that. Better inventory, Brandon mentioned. Yeah, that would be because it would have to accommodate something like, you know, in real time, and so if they can have the attaché case kind of work, like a somewhat of like a certain attaché case work, that would be awesome. Because then you could like adjust it, and then like both of you can have like a certain amount of inventory space, shit like that. All right, Father Ted, fine. There we go. Damn, he still took a decent amount of shots. RE5 greatness is in how it is fun and epic hype moments. If they remake it, if they need to focus on recreating the core, that core of it instead of forcing it to be a horror game. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, some people probably wanted more of what RE4 had for RE5, and RE5 did amp it up for sure. I do like the throwback story with Chris and Wesker and Jill, obviously. Like, that's a huge reason why I still enjoy RE5's story, because it kind of deals with our original characters from the first game a little bit. Not everybody, but, you know, obviously you have, you know, Sheva, you have Doug, you got, you know, Josh, you know, like you have the new comers. Sorry, I thought I heard my cat throwing up for a second. I'm like, am I hearing that right? Hold on. You know how that sounds, chat room, if you have a cat. Anyone that has a cat knows what that sounds like. Sorry about that, chat room. Had to clean up some cat puke. Little Mugen got a little sick. He's okay though. I just had to clean it up, wash my hands, come back. We'll leave the game as is, and I still enjoy the heck out of RE5. It says ACR. Solid Python says I just see a lot of chatter online of some fans think that remaking 5 means totally stripping it down, the original identity, and doing something different. Like make it a horror game, like we were forcing such a drastic change. That's why not. Well, yeah, I don't think you should strip it back. The only thing that I would say strip back like a little bit more is maybe RE6 if you're remaking that, because that had some like and you could still have a similar story for RE6, but just don't have 4 different campaigns. Like you got to streamline it somewhere. You got to make some changes maybe if they ever get to that point. If, you know, we got to get past 5. I don't want to jump the gun, you know. But, you know, like, we'll see what happens. We'll cross that that bridge when we get there, so to speak. So, what were we doing? We just did Father Ted, right? Okay. I can go back. I was gonna grab our other weapons. As we'll do. Put this back here. See if we can grab our other weapons. What's up, Quentin? Really? I put everything else in that crate? I guess I did. Shame on me for not looking. trying to fake out their animation. And it works. Sometimes it doesn't, though, but so usually it does work. That's the thing, too. Like, I don't really, you know, like I said, I'm not the greatest, like, speedrunner, but I like to try to speedrun this game. All I had to do is go up a little bit more. Whereas I was like, wait, I could have sworn I put my weapons over there. Nope. It's immediately going in there. All right. I took it home. Did put up "Break from the Bullshit" on the new record. I just forgot what the new name was. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I gotta listen to that, man. It's good to see that they're back. They just got a tour now. Oh fuck. Might leave that first aid spray there just for now. But I will take the battery pack though. So that. I don't think Ari's been like legitimately scary for like a little while. But it's all really subjective because what I think is scary might not be what other people find scary. And also other people aren't as like jaded to horror as like we are if we've been watching it or playing it for a long time. So I think this Ari obviously had the attitude to be completely fucked up and like more scary than the original because it could do more. And at the time I think it kind of succeeded in that. That's not what I meant. There we go. But yeah, whether or not it's like actually scary. I mean, I want it to have elements that would make it scary for people that would get, you know, scared by that kind of thing. Yeah, Bamboo. I mean, we tried to just be honest, you know, and again, it's not the end of the world if we don't get a demo, but we're just kind of stating the fact that it is bullshit, you know, if they just don't do it. Is it going to change our opinion about the game? No. Are we going to lose sleep over it? No. But, you know, I just think it's stupid that you would make such a thing exclusive to only events when the demo's already basically done and it's not really in a section of the game that we haven't seen yet in ads or the complete demo online. So that was kind of my thing about it, and John as well. But yeah, any of the original Resident Evil characters can still make an appearance in RE9. I don't really think much is off the table. I know everyone's saying Leon, and I know obviously they're denying Leon, which they were going to do even if he actually is in the game. They're going to deny Leon is in there. But obviously, yeah, I think any of the Raccoon City survivors or anybody from the first game, Incident, should or could be in there. You guys know my pick. I think Jill in there would be cool. But again, would it make sense? And, like, you know, why would you be getting all these characters together? without like a hardcore reason other than the fact that like we're back in the Raccoon City remnants. So I think like if you're gonna put a BSAA team going in there of some sorts, and that's where you could, even though the BSAA was corrupt and they may never actually acknowledge that, there's ways around it, I guess, that they could kind of explain it. But Leon being a government agent can also be sent. It could go either way, really, with like what character they use. But I just think that like we shouldn't put it past them. I don't think they're gonna. Like, they could just say next trailer, boom, here's the other character, but I feel like that would be more of a cop-out, and the people that said that it'd be spoiler to play a demo would watch that trailer and be like, see, Leon's in it now, and it's like, I thought you said you didn't want to spoil it for yourself. So, I think fans are kind of in between with a lot of that shit most of the time, where, like, they don't really know exactly what they want sometimes, and sometimes I don't even know what I want when it comes to, like the future of like where this goes from here, like past RE9. Like I don't even know what would work if this game doesn't work, right? But what I do know what I want for RE9, and John knows what he wants for RE9, and Dustin knows we want something that is cohesive enough to uproot this lore from years of not being explained or talked about again, and we wanted to connect to our characters because we saw what we didn't want from Village, story-wise, and that ended up becoming more of a pain in the ass to deal with the story, with how they connected it. So I think what I want from this game is a more slower burn Resident Evil 2 remake kind of vibe, mixed with your RE7, that's fine. And it doesn't have to be a full-on action game. Wow. This is like, get off my bed, bitch. Leon's good friend, Ark Thompson. Yeah, exactly. My friend, Leon S. Kennedy. Yeah, I get the whole, like, they're trying to keep it a mystery, but at the same time, the demo is out there regardless. You know what I mean? Like, that's my biggest thing. The demo was specifically out there to show the Stalker enemy section, a little bit of it, and that's it. It's already out there. It's on YouTube, uploaded, full. Like, legally, it's uploaded. Everybody played that demo. So my thing is that if they're trying to keep it secretive, why would they allow that demo to be uploaded anyway? If the demo was, like, a spoiler-heavy thing, which I don't think it is, because we've seen the full thing that everybody played, why would you not copyright strike it? Why would you not take them all down on YouTube if it was a big deal that it was out there? The demo footage is completely out there, the stuff that everybody played. It's not a very long demo, and we already know there's a Stalker enemy. Now, again, like I said, most people... What's up, Cruel Melody? Most people, if they don't want to play the demo, just like a movie trailer, if you think a movie trailer is going to show you too much, you don't play it. That's all. So, I think a lot of our argument was just more so of like, hey, it's already done, it's out there. Or, on top of that, you could make a exclusive demo, like a Maiden, that has nothing to do... I mean, it has something to do with the story, but it has nothing to do with, like, the mainline game that we're going to be playing, and it just gives you an idea of, like, how it will feel and play. Whether you like the Maiden demo or not, I don't remember, like, being, super crazy about it. I was just like, oh, okay, this is still cool to, like, check it out. And then eventually we got one where you actually play as Ethan, and it's, like, in line with what you get in the game. But again, if they want to keep shit under wraps, they already didn't do that because the demo's out and they're allowing that footage to be online. And it's not like we've seen any other footage. Like, the only other clips that we've seen have been in trailers and such. So, That's my biggest thing, is like the mystique about it. Sure, like I understand they don't want to show the entire game or the first act. Like I understand that. But how are you being, you know, mysterious if you put your demo that you gave to everybody at these conventions up online? The remake is perfect, can never be squalled or replicated, and that's okay. I agree. Capcom aren't creating a mystery at the moment. It's more a concern because we've only seen the same footage, 3 trailers, and no public demo. Just, yeah, exactly, Lucius. I think, and Lucius, that's probably why you get what we were saying in the video, and many of you get what we were saying in the video, because it doesn't really make sense, and that's why, I don't know. That's kind of what we were getting at. It's like, it doesn't really make sense, and I also don't know if, again, this is just like strategic or just a lack of effort or a lack of thought. But like, again, you're going on the heels of the 30th anniversary next year. You would think that there would be more of like a, okay, let's logically do this. Let's set this up, you know, for success and not failure, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at with that, honestly. Stayed for modding RE9. Yeah, RE9, they all get modded eventually. I think this playthrough we're going to have Rachel go full heal and not save anyone. Not give Barry back his Magnum. And we're not going to save Chris. We got to get the achievement anyway, though, so we kind of have to do like a lonesome escape. I have my Steam notifications like hidden, so you're not going to be seeing the achievements pop up, but I will pull up the achievement list and I will show you what I have left. Kind of starting out just doing like the basic stuff. I actually don't have the key yet. You don't want to go in a shark tank without the key. One second, chat. Anyone catch the episode of Welcome to Derry last night? I have not seen the show yet, but I'm sure I know some of you guys in the chat watched it and liked it. It's been getting good response. go. Just want it to be more centered for me. That's good to hear. Yeah, because I'm always weary when they do, like, you know, like origin stories. Like, I also, you know, this has nothing to do with Derry in that show, obviously. But, you know, I think for at least, like, Jason and, like, or Mrs. Voorhees or Pamela Voorhees, whatever you want to say. Like, I know they're coming out with that Crystal Lake show. And there's Mugian. I just don't think... I think certain stories don't work as an origin story. Like, you don't have to explain, like, everything. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know. And it's cool to hear that at least with it, it's like working. Like they're trying to like, you know, actually make a story work. And if it's working, great. It's just when they force it. Because the last Friday the 13th movie was 2009. So, I guess... So I guess, I don't know. Like, I guess it's just the source material, or like the material itself of what it's based off of, what it's trying to do.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety. Reaching 30% of pressure threshold. Reaching 50% of pressure threshold. Activate emergency drainage system immediately. Reaching 70% of pressure threshold.
Pressure detected. Oh, it's not an origin story. Okay. Why was I under the impression it was like an origin story, or it took place in the, like, back in the day? Just another story with the same villain, just different. Just delving into some origins. Okay. I thought it took place before the movies, but I don't. Again, I only know so much about it, so. Did I watch Shelby Oaks? No. I have it. I have, let's just say I have a file of it. But I've yet to watch it. Unknown source of pressure detected. Would you? It would be great to see you do some movie reviews and content on your other channel. By the way, yeah, no, I would love to do that. Because I do have my film channel, which I can continue to do like movie reviews on there, which I've done in the past, but maybe do like more intricate reviews on there. Or they could also work on Anthony Underground. I'm not really sure yet where they would work better, because again, it's kind of like everything that I want to, you know, showcase can be on that channel. So Shark got fried. It does take place between the movie. Season 2 will be 27 years before Season 1, and Season 3 will be 27 years before Season 2. Oh, shit. Okay. So it's kind of bouncing all over the timeline. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe eventually I'll check it out, or maybe once it's done, when I actually get around to it, because there's so much shit I gotta watch. Jenna... Wow, that's a great name. That's a great name. Jenna. Hello. You know that's not your name. Am I using some kind of mod? Yes. This is the PC version. Wake the fuck up and realize that, you son of a bit. No, I'm just kidding. Cool. Use the residence key. La-di-da. You have to go get the red book anyway. It's definitely not. So I'm like, let me not read out the name. I think I'm some kind of fucking idiot. That is your real name. Okay. So, let's put... We're gonna get the red book. Oh my god, should we do V-jolt? I guess we should do V-jolt, right? We might as well do V-jolt. We might as well do V-jolt, right? I'm just Rachel from Revelations. That's the only mod that we got. Misunderstood is in here. What's up? Do I need... I don't need the lighter. Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride. Fuck you, Spider. Oh my goodness gracious. Our survival, you know, I haven't played much past the first couple chapters. It's okay. I mean, I don't completely hate it. I'm not too crazy about it. It's just okay. But I also haven't had time to really, like, you know, play through all the chapters and stuff, so. Slow mode is not activated. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I only have so much room for crackheads. There's only so much I can do, chat room. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Yo, I can't, bro. This fucking people crack her the fuck up, dude. Oh, God. Yeah, it's the only mod for Jill I can get working at this point in time. That is until I unlock the other costume. Which 24-hour stream was the toughest? I mean, RE3 was pretty tough, even though we got through it pretty quickly. Because it's a fast game. But honestly, RE2 Remake was one of the hardest ones because we only got through one, like, scenario. It took us that long. Because we were just completely, like, just drained of resources and, like, you know, like, stuff like that. So it's tough. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, sleep plays into that. Like RE3, I remember kind of hitting a wall a little bit there, and it was during lockdown, so not everything was open. So I had to, like, go get us, like, food at Wawa in the morning, which Wawa's like a convenience store, but they make, you know, they're a deli, they're a gas station, they're, you know, full-on dinner and lunch menu and all that stuff that you order at a screen, like you would see at like a Quick Check or, you know, Cumberland Farms or wherever the fuck people live that might know what I'm talking about. It's like a better 7-Eleven, basically. Yeah, fighting the urge to, you know, stay awake sometimes is tough. But that's why getting sleep is important. So. Yeah, we're gonna try to do some new intro for the big stream for sure. Let's get turned around here. I want to go. Top 5 RE games of all time would be like 3 Nemesis, 1, 2, Remake, which this remake specifically, and it always kind of changes, like that last slot. Try to keep going the way that that traps me. Yeah, because the RE3, you know, Legacy stream was kind of like a build-up after playing the entire franchise start to finish, leading up to that game. Now, you know, that's not going to happen this time around for RE9. It didn't happen for Village. You know, it didn't really happen for 4. So, like I said, never say never to another Legacy series like that, but it's going to be a long time until that happens again. Obviously, we tried to do Legacy Remake, and that didn't really work out. We just didn't really finish that in time and kind of ran behind schedule. So it was just like, there's a lot of factors that went into it, but... You know, I try not to recreate lightning striking twice, you know, in the same area, because I think all the pieces fell as they needed to for RE3 era, considering where we were at in our lives, and everyone was at a different, you know, kind of on a different mindset at that time. But we executed it, and that's why we kind of did a bunch of funny bits and intros for the Legacy, and then the RE3 Remake release, because it was a big deal. You know, we finally climbed past 10,000 subscribers, and, you know, we had a little uptick there. And then it kind of fizzled out a little bit towards the end of that year, or the middle of that year, and then Village was announced, which in that case we, you know, basically try to recapture that in a way. Yeah, like we tried to recapture it, Village, and try to replay it, but again, we just didn't have enough time. And you know, I was working a different job at the time, and so it was just like a different, you know, thing. But Outbreak before RE9, I'm not sure. I would like to do something like that. I don't know if it's going to happen as I planned, but there'll be some other RE streams. We will have hype streams leading up to it. It just won't be like as much as you think. But hell yeah, Barry.
What the hell is this thing?
Barry!
Jill!
Got him. Thanks, Barry. Yeah. You guys like RE9 24 hours and our RE4 remake was different given that it was a remake. I think so. I think because we did Village in about 24 hours or just under. So that was kind of a fast game too. So not fast, but relatively faster, even like the first time through. So I think we'll be able to get it done. I don't think we're going to beat it like twice in 24 hours. Like that, you know, again, that only happened for RE3 because that game was so short. So as long as we can get one full playthrough, even if it's like, you know, we get it done for 20 hours or 18 hours and then we have a few hours to spare, we could, you know, mess around, play the extra modes or something like that if there is any. So yeah, regardless, I think we'll be able to pad it out if it's like, you know, too short, but I think we should be fine because again, two of us together, we can trade off and take turns and help each other out. So I think we'll probably try to switch off on death or switch off every X amount of you know, half hour or so, just so everyone gets a chance to play. Now we got to deal with the hunters.
Huh?
Fucking hunters. Bitches. What's up, Carlos? What's up, Matt Clyburn? Good to see you, man. Alright, so now we are in the mansion again. Yet again. And, we got hunters to deal with. Also, I should probably put the fucking key back there. hoping everything works out for R9 too, man. I'm not too worried about the game itself, but until, you know, I actually play it and I have some worries. But, you know, the marketing definitely wasn't as good for this last half, kind of going into the end of this year, you know? Like in the summer and stuff, cool, it was hype. You know, we had a couple showcases that happened in June and August and stuff. Pick it up. There you go. You little prick. Cool, so I have enough inventory space for that, which is good. Yeah, Carlos, we'll see, man. Like I said, I have, you know, my fingers crossed as well, and there might be a demo. Anyway, and if there is, great, you know. So alright, I want to put this stuff on the other side of the mansion. I did the blue jewel yet. I'm trying to remember if I did. I don't think I did. This guy's still roaming around here. Love to see it. Again, I just like to put this closer to where we have to leave. I think. put the battery back for now as well. We'll grab that on the way out. I think I left the crank in the guardhouse, which that's annoying, but I can go grab that anyway. It's a little annoying. It's tough trying to manage stuff between item boxes. Easier said than done, but there's probably easier strategies and faster ways to do it, but... Trying to think. Okay, there's gonna be more hunters down here anyway. Regardless, we gotta go through there. So, well, that's for the Mo disc, right? Do we really need them, or is it Magnum ammo? No, it's a Mo disc. So we're not trying to save Chris this time anyway. But fuck it, we'll just get rid of it. I guess we'll take it, but we won't use it. Florian, what's up? Just thinking. All right. Oh, that's about it. Oof. That was close. That was a close one, chat room. Yeah, we'll take the shortcut. We'll go through the middle door here. Hunted dead. This is Real Survival. What's up, Brandon Lewis? Yeah, we're just playing Real Survivor, just casually playing through it. I have to do like strategic moves to make sure I bring everything that I need to the next spot. But right now, I think we're good for the snake fight. So let's do that. And Sorry about keep popping out, guys. Actually, I'm going to... Coming back this way? Oh shit, he's coming this way. I thought I saw him turn around. Come on, you little bitch. You didn't fucking lunge for me. Whatever. So I just need to grab the crank out of the house because I unfortunately left it there, but it shouldn't be too bad.
This is Fred.
Fucking bitch. These fucking snakes, dude. Now we got everything out of this item box here. We're going to heal this playthrough, guys. We aren't saving anybody, so we got to get that ending anyway. So we are killing Barry, killing Chris. We're a bunch of murdering sons of bitches. Ooh, that was like a frame off. That motherfucker trying to get my ass. Slippery shits. Do this. Pop a save.
Is that you?
Is that you, Rachel, for Revelations 1? You son of a bitch. Alright. Got the beast for the elevator, and we gotta do this Lisa Trevor bit. Barry's gonna leave my ass. Well, I'm gonna kill his ass. Just to get even. Sorry, Jill. I left. Barry, I'll get you for this. I'll get you for this. flamethrower, the broken flamethrower. Go the other way. Boom. You're still with me, chat room. Now we gotta get back to our other item box and figure this out. Pistol back too. So some ideas. You gotta basically place a lot of items there first, and then fucking like go back, grab other items. Like, yeah, you gotta kind of piecemeal a little bit here. Actually, I won't take this because I want to grab my pistol, and I'll come back. before we go to the last section of the game, I at least want to have like some supplies and not leave them behind. Pissed off, doggo. Pissed off. Reset them real quick. Just forget to grab the fucking emblem. Good evening, Kamame. I was wondering if the chat was still with it. I was like, the chat, I haven't heard from the chat in a little bit. I'm like, holy shit, is this thing still on? Nice, Kamame. I have not seen the new Predator movie, Stan. What's up, man? Yeah, I have not. I'm not sure if I'm that interested to go see it, or I might just wait for it to go on video, but or digital. Sorry, video. What do you mean video, you sons of a bitch? We gotta take the fucking medals with us. Nice, KMMA, $4.99 super chat. First super chat of the stream. Appreciate that, Kamame. Another $1.99 super chat. Appreciate that, man. Just gonna keep taking the shortcuts so we can avoid all the fucking enemies. We're doing good. The movie's awesome. Highly recommend it if you're a fan of the novels and comic books. Cool. I haven't seen, what's the other one? I haven't seen Prey either. So, I guess I'm a couple Predator movies behind. But, I just like the first two, you know? Like, I've never, like, I appreciate them, for sure. But, this... chat room. I'm thinking. I might just pop a save because if I'm going for no berry, Lisa can knock you off a little bit easier. And there's an ink ribbon in here I didn't grab, so that's good. But yeah, let's do that. Because at least when you don't kill Barry and he helps you, like, you know, he's shooting at her, so he's kind of like aggro while you push the statue off. But Predator 2018 is also an anime movie after Prey called Predator Killer of Killers. Cool. Yeah, I haven't really kept up with a lot of that the last few years, you know what I mean? And it's crazy how much, like, you know, they keep the property going, obviously. Same thing with Alien. What's the worst RE game and why is it RE0? I don't know if it's the worst, but the mechanics suck in RE0 for sure. I think one of the worst RE games is Umbrella Corps. I think that holds the candle. Try a new first-person horror game called AILA or Ayla? No, I have not. Can we do this without getting knocked over, chat room? Because we got to be really mean to Barry right now. Kill his ass. But we got to get the lone survivor ending or whatever, so... After this playthrough, I'll take a look at the achievements and see what we have left.
I can't do that.
Jill!
Barry!
Survivor's so bad it's good. That is true. I don't hate Survivor. It has some good elements to it, but also just some goofy ones. So yeah, that's definitely a good way to describe it. Would you cast as the new Freddy Krueger? Who would I cast, man? Pfft, I wouldn't even do it if I couldn't get Robert Englund, which he's too old anyway. But this is what we'll do. We'll put the emblems in, come back down, grab what we need. So we can go to the lab section with like a little... I mean, when you're going for this ending, the lab section is like cake, but because you're not doing modiscs, you're not saving Chris or whatever, and obviously we just killed Barry. And I think there's not too much of the tyrant fight. I think you just fight him in the lab, so... Again, I don't hate Jackie or Haley because he's a really nice guy. He actually was just working the con that I just was at, Monster Mania. He was there, and he's a really nice guy. And it's not his fault. Like, the script wasn't his fault. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just think it's hard to replace that. But Jackie O'Haley's he's like some nerdy guy. He's like a short nerdy guy with, like, you know, he's bald, he has glasses, but he's like badass still, but he's like a super nice guy. And unfortunately I didn't get a chance to say what's up to him, but he was like at the table next to me, like talking to people when he was done. And because I worked with Gillian Anderson this past weekend, so that was pretty cool. She was really nice. Very busy, but we got through it, you know? So... I would personally maybe just do RE5 Remake next. Just because RE4 Remake's a good, like, template for kind of where that was leading. I like, think that would make sense. You didn't like the Substance? I don't think I've seen that. Get it. Laboratory, aka Disc 2, aka we are killing everyone. I won't put anything in that one. I think I would still make it co-op. But if you're playing it single player, just improve the AI enough to where it's not like a shit show kind of situation. I didn't mean to elbow you. Hello. Where is it? Oh shit. If I was also making those decisions, I think I would also champion an Outbreak remake online kind of thing. Especially knowing what they canceled for RE9, which was going to be open world. Now, while I don't agree that that would have been good for a sequel, I do think it's a cool, not so much open world, but like, you know, having a co-op RE experience would be cool. You know what I mean? Wicked zombies. Oh, it goes flame rounds. How nice. It's the fuel canister time once again. Chaos. Yeah, I would definitely wouldn't mind more horror in RE5, that's for sure. Wesker and End of Lost fight on the Rex engine on PS6. Yeah, I mean, look, it's possible, man. I think, you know, RE4 Remake kind of left the breadcrumbs there to lead into RE5 perfectly, so it could still happen. And yeah, I think they can make it a really fun game, you know, and yeah, you'll definitely get more some more Sheva, and then. You know, I think if they did an RE5 remake, I think the biggest thing that you could do to kind of refix some of the pacing is you make the intro Lost in Nightmares. You know, you make or you make, you know, that intro, the bit where Jill falls out the window, and it sets that up, and you play that, and then it cuts to, you know, a little later, and then Chris goes to Africa, BSAA, all that stuff. At least that's what I would do, you know. And you can have, you know, DLC still if you want, or your Desperate Escapes, or whatever. You know what I mean? You can still do that. The last remake? I don't know. Because you figure they're only going to do it for games that haven't been done yet. So you got 105, Code Veronica. Code Veronica, I wouldn't mind being last, because I do like Code Veronica, but I think they're going to go with what sells the most first. So, Veronica might be up for one of the last ones. Not saying it's never going to get made. Yeah, this is Rachel from Revelations. It's just a mod I'm using just to have some fun with this version. Because I've been on my new PC since May, so I've been trying more mod streams on the channel and different stuff. Now, this isn't necessarily a full mod stream. I'm just kind of using skin mods and stuff like that. But they have multiple skins that you could use and download, and then they have, you know, like they do have like the randomizers and shit like that. Obviously, as you can see, I have the door skip mod on here. No berry. Oh yeah, very tragic story indeed. Outbreak in the Rev game would be the last remake. I don't know if they have to remake Revelations 1 and 2. Like, there's certain spin-offs that they, you know, don't have to do, but I guess it's all a matter of opinion. Really? This was Mega Man? Okay. Dino Crisis remake would be killer. But Outbreak, I mean, obviously I'd like to see remake. Obviously. I think that would be high up on my list as well. But I don't think they're going to do it. It almost seemed like they were gonna with what they were trying to do with RE9, but originally, before they scrapped it. They could do a spin-off game. It's been like such a long time, you know. We should start a hashtag for it. Maybe they'll listen. I don't know. Nobody gets saved. Nobody. Did I not grab a key in the lab? I didn't. Shit. I think Outbreak it would be up there for me just because, like, yeah. But if they already didn't want to do it, I'd be like, alright, 5 then. God damn it. I knew I, like, missed a key or something. It's probably, like, right next to Wesker. I think I missed a key. RE6 Remake will make history. Weakest title having the biggest turnaround in the franchise. Ah, so yeah, that's what I missed. Fucking laboratory key. I say laboratory, but laboratory. Just picture it. I mean, yeah, that would be like the biggest tweak of a remake they'd have to do. But I don't know, they might even ignore it. Just say, fuck it. Gotta decide what star is going to be RE10. What would it be? I'm always going to root for a Jill game. again. So that's always going to be my pick. What was that? Oh, engraving. It has been almost 20 years. That's it. Hero survival is done. We got Jill with the worst ending, but we needed to do that for the achievement. We have to do this with Chris as well. Leave by yourself with Jill, leave by yourself with Chris.
Jill, you did a fine job.
315. We got invisible enemies. And we got the closet key. Jill, you did a fine job.
Resident Evil.
So now we got the miniskirt Jill, but I want to see if this works. The mod works now, or at least some of them. Take that off. Alright,
Resident Evil.
Oh shit, I didn't do that. God damn it. That's not what I meant to do.
There are...
Resident Evil.
They're on.
Yes.
What is this place?
We got Secretary Jill now.
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no! You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find.
Secretary
What
Jill
was that?
in the concept art.
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and
Playing
investigate.
Chris in this game makes you feel like you're being tortured.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go.
Back a long way. Alright, at least I know these mods work. Okay. So, let's take a look at what we don't have unlocked real quick. I might be able to show you guys this. Let me minimize that. Let me pull this up. Already only need 9 more. Okay, let me see if I can change this. I don't know why it doesn't do that. Maybe this then. Okay, I'll do this then. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Taking candy from a baby. Not in the mood to die. Take that, zombies. Finish the game on hard, which is technically what we did today. So we got the survival mode and hard done in one shot. A lot of these can be attained in more than just one. Or I'm sorry, in just one playthrough. You hated Jill in 3 Remake. I didn't hate her, but she could have been done a little bit better. But yeah, so this is let's see. Did that. So CQC, so that's the knife only. Ink is for squids without saving. Break out the marshmallows, burn up the 2 zombies at the same time. That's easy. I just didn't do that yet. That's just like whatever. Starsenal, which is get all weapons, which I think you have to do all of the invisible enemies. I think invisible enemies, then you get all the weapons. Every nook and cranny is every you know, picking up every item, visit every place on the map. And then there's 5 hidden ones, which I don't know why Steam doesn't have an option just to see them. I think it might just be more ending stuff. But as you can see, 33 of 34. So basically need 11 more achievements, and this thing is done for like my 5th time or 4th time, whatever it is. Okay. So what do I think of the new Steam machine? Well, the Steam machine, it's going to be priced higher than we thought, but people like Lucius, if you're still in here, you're correct. It seems like they are going with a higher price point, which means I'll probably avoid it for a little while, considering... Actually, I unplugged my controller. Considering, well, A, I just built this PC, and B, if I really wanted, like, another unit in, like, another bedroom of the house, for example, like upstairs, it would have to be a lot more cheaper. So if this thing is like, decked to the gills, and they charge you like over $1,000 to $1,200, and it runs like a PS5, like a standard PS5, then that's pretty lame. You would want your, if you're making a Steam machine and you're charging as much as you are, you might not really be sold to a lot of people that aren't PC people, that aren't already in the ecosystem. Now, if you want to get into the ecosystem to spend over $1,000, let's just say USD, for example, why don't you just put that towards a graphics card? Why don't you just put that towards building a PC? And I understand, you might not know how to do it. You might not know somebody that knows how to do it to help you out. Like, I get there's so many different factors, but I don't think you're going to get a lot of entry level, like entry level fans of PC that want to get into it at $1,000. That's going to be like a hard sell. Where if you maybe priced it like 600-700, okay, but it's not really like, again, it's just going to be a hard sell. Some hardcore people are going to get it, I'm sure. You know what I mean? I'd like to get it if it goes on sale, if it's that high, which it seems to be, because that's what Valve said. So, I'm not against it. I just don't know if it's really for me at the price that it is. It's just like the PSVR 2. It's PSVR 2 is finally dropping to, I think, like $270 or $280 this holiday season. Now's the time where I might ask for it for Christmas, you know what I mean? Like, or a gift, or I might get it, myself. Like, whatever the case may be, I had to wait until it was drastically dropped in price. And while this thing might not drop right away, it's still just something I don't need right now. And it's not necessarily going to take out consoles either. Especially PlayStation and Nintendo. Xbox, obviously, their codename Magnus for their next machine is going to be like a Steam machine Xbox hybrid. So that might also be up there. So, yo, John, what's up? He says Anthony dropped a link to a new interview in the group. Very nice. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, so it is going to be priced pretty high, and I don't necessarily think that that's a good thing. Small portion of the game. Interesting, John. Interesting. If it's 700, it would be best price in my opinion. Plus, if it's upgradable, yeah, I don't think it is, and that's the biggest thing, is that it's not upgradable like you would, your normal PC tower, right? So that's where it just gets a little dicey. You know what I mean? Yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know who they're trying to grab with this, Sorry, I was just reading the article. Steam Machine is basically a PC. Yeah, it's going to be something that you just like plug into your, your TV, and you have access to your, Steam library, kind of like a console, but you can hook up your PlayStation controller, your Xbox controller, the controller that comes with it, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just a PC with Steam OS bootable from the startup, so you just right into it. But again, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they're going to do with the price, and like who's going to be the audience at that point, other than like hardcore fans that are just going to eat it up anyway. I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll see what's going on. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And yeah, we'll be back with some more streams this week. There'll be some more videos coming your way. Hope you guys checked out the last video where we talked about the demo. And yeah, just thank you so much for all the support. Thank you, Cam and May, for the donations this evening. And yeah, we'll catch you this week, probably tomorrow and Wednesday with some streams, but right before Thanksgiving, and then I'll be off for a couple days. Hope everyone, enjoys this week as well. If I don't see you guys, happy Thanksgiving. But I will see you guys. But if you guys don't join for the next couple of streams, so yeah, we'll continue some more Aria Remake goodness. And hit the like button, subscribe. Memberships down below, of course. Custom badges, emojis, exclusive content, Patreon and YouTube. Memberships, merch, Discord links down below. And that's it, guys. We'll catch all of you in the next one.